nominate Councilmember Millsap as Mayor Pro Tem.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There you go, Logan.
All right, welcome back. Mayor Packard had to leave to prepare for a flight, I believe. Okay, are we still waiting for
Yeah, it looks like we're
and-
still waiting.
Mr. Penrod?
So if there are any questions you have for staff or that you want to talk about, we could probably go to the mayor, council, and administrative reports if you'd like.
Yeah, let's move to that item, if you have any.
We're there.
Saved by the
All right.
bell. Saved by the beeper.
We did lose the mayor.
Yeah, he's Mayor Pro Temp. We got it
Okay.
covered.
Just quickly, just to let you know what we changed. If you look in your packet, it goes from section 1 to section 3. So we brought section 2 back in. That's already part of the ordinance. But we're supposed to have all the sections in when we approve an ordinance according to state law and the way that we do our ordinances. One other thing we did change too is if you look under that section 1, there's an exception there. And we made sure that each of those criteria need to be met. We put an and in and a few things like that to make that a little bit more descriptive. And then the other thing too is we just reformatted so we'd have every paragraph has either a 1A or a 1B or a 3A or a 3B. And so there's just some reformatting just to make sure it follows what our ordinances usually do. And I do apologize that this wasn't in better form coming to you tonight. I don't know. My department should have made sure, so I do apologize.
Thank you. All right, if there are no further questions on that, then I will entertain a motion on this item, these items. Actually, is it separate items? One item.
Only one item, yeah. I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 02-2025, amending Springville City Code 10-1-105 to allow an exception to the requirement that the base floor elevation be no lower than top back of curb and to allow an alternative to the drainage requirements for commercial buildings. Is that the one?
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, it's a roll call vote, so let's do Craig,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Mindy,
Yes.
and then do I vote as Mayor Pro Tem? All right, I vote yes. Okay, are there any,
Oh no, that's it.
did you say something?
Nope, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
All right. We've already done the closed session. Are there any administrative items or things that we want to discuss while we're here in session?
I've just got two that just citizens have come up to me for. One of them, I know Brad, you're just gonna hate me, but striping in front of the what do you call that? The old seminary on 7th
On
East.
Kolob Circle.
7th East. Yeah, that came up. Yeah, so we put red paint in a couple of different spots, and they're like, can we get rid of this red paint on the one, and then what's the plans to get perpendicular or 45-degree angle parking up there?
Brad, could you come up here just for the broadcast?
You know what I mean? So right across from the old junior high, we ended up painting the whole curb red because there's two entrances and the other isn't an ADA. So they're like, can we go back and paint that gray now? Because they're not able to park in front of their building.
I think somebody was working in the building that was ADA required. They actually were working in the building, and that's why they asked us.
But that ADA is where the crosswalk was for years for the seminary.
Yeah, let me go back and work with Chris Wilson, our city engineer, to follow up on that. I was also going to mention that all the way around the whole area, that block where the park is and the parking that we've talked about, we're still in the process of fixing
So awesome,
policies.
because I mean, as you are aware, there's a lot of parking around the skate park now, which
Yeah.
is cool because it's getting used,
Mhm.
but it's parallel, and I personally think it would be, and where's Josh, my advocate for, anyhow, it would
Yeah,
slow,
Josh had us a little bit.
yeah, it would slow traffic down, it would allow more people to hang out in that area. I really think it would be a good idea, and we've been telling them we're gonna do something, and it's just, nothing's happening. And I think there was an incident here just recently where one of the people that were coming to visit somebody in the building said, wow, you're one of these guys and you're parking in the red zone illegally, because they're parking there anyway, even though it's red. And they're like, yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. We're parking in the red zone in front of our building.
Yeah.
So they're like, can we paint that? And I'm like, I don't know. It's not like we're giving tickets, but
Yeah, I'll check with our city engineer if it's not painting season either at 12 degrees outside.
Oh yeah, I know we're not gonna paint it tomorrow, but
Yeah.
it would, what would be way cool, so that I don't have egg on my face, is between now and next summer, it would be painted.
Yeah.
All of it, that would be so cool. I'd be like, if that was me, even though it wouldn't be, but it would be cool if it was.
Yeah, the plan is to have that whole area.
Yeah, well, especially now that we have those cool
Parking
sidewalks. I mean, we walk our dog around that sidewalk at least a couple times a week, so well
Okay.
done. I guess that's Stacy. He's not even here, but. Okay, so,
Is that the only question?
no, I got one other, but I don't know if I'll maybe,
No, do
I'll
it.
time it till next week or something. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, if we're talking about curb painting, stay there. So up on 2080 East, there's a garbage truck, fire truck turnaround thing at the end of 2080.
Yes.
You know, where it's blocked off. We've been talking about painting the curb on the opposite side of that, just to make sure nobody's parked there, so it doesn't impede trucks. We were talking about that when we were talking about the bike conovers. Yeah. Is there a need to do that? Because people do park there.
The way that was designed is that the actual part that looks like a driveway,
Uh-huh.
a fire engine or whatever should be able to either pull into it and then back out and then go back down the street.
Even if there's somebody parked on the other side.
Somebody parked on the other side. Now, we can go look at it and do some turning radius look at to see if that would work.
Yeah, I think that, if I recall, the signage problem was people were parking in the
Oh, yeah.
hammerhead portion of
Actually,
it.
the owner was.
Yeah, so we needed to sign that part of it.
Conover's kid.
Well, there is a sign there.
Yeah, but, yeah,
But I see
Not
your
doing
point. I know very well. If somebody's
Yeah.
right across the street from the hammerhead,
Directly
is that what you
across,
call it?
yeah.
It would be kind of hard, but I don't, has somebody complained, or you just know it from?
Conovers.
Oh,
They've seen it.
oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, so they're like, hey, we should probably throw red paint across the street.
Yeah,
but
he's the one
are
that
they
requested
doing
it.
that so that that can be used by a garbage truck or a fire truck? Or,
What's that?
I mean, their purpose for worrying about that is to allow their own parking on the street or to stop it? from
No,
crossing
no,
the ways?
no. They just don't. They don't want people to park on that curb where that turnaround is. But if there's enough radius, there's no need for red paint. Certainly.
Yeah, we can look at.
So if you can just take a look at it.
Yeah, I would rather not paint it red across from that hammerhead because
Mm-hmm.
it's just another thing to maintain
Sure.
and another thing to enforce.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not needed, let's not do it. I'm just
Yeah, there's a lot of parking up there because that's an access to a trailhead going up Spring Creek
Sure.
Canyon. Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yep.
No, the other one was Google Fire related, but we'll worry about it later. I still don't have it in my parking lot. But, yeah. It's not your fault.
Yeah, that's, well, but we've actually checked on that, and Google's position actually is they don't have permission from the church. The church denied permission for it. So that's where it's at right now.
Okay, because they approved it. That's so weird. So now I've got them saying this and them saying this, because they're saying
Yeah,
it's
the
Google.
kind of, we can talk after, but the question is who actually approved it. Google has no signed document that allows them to enter that property. That's where it's at.
Well, I'm glad I kind of suggested. Let's talk after for a second. Go ahead, Mayor.
Anything else? All right, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I motion that we end this meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned.
So really, Troy, that's what you heard?